And away we go. We're going to Tokyo Jupiter. Hi. So here's Ishiki talking to Helena and Itsuki. No, this dude's Ishiki, right? Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one of these idiots is which. But they're talking about the original Type M sample. Okay, yeah, so that dude is Ishiki. Yeah, the original Type M sample, and it's being given to the Barnum Foundation, and it's another step forwards in Barnum's plan. And but Itsuki doesn't seem too happy with that. Itsuki asks what happened to Hayato, and Ishiki says that the imitation can't simply be stuffed in some random internment camp if he doesn't work out as a good match, so they just put him in a cupboard. And after all, they have the original. And then Kwon, the girl, says, am I going anywhere? And then Helena says, yes, you're going to your real home. And then that was when Itsuki, the dad boy, frowned. And then here's Fuyutsuki, and he's just got some worrying news. Nerve's second branch has just disappeared. That's weird. Again, though, doesn't care at all. And so Shigeru and Misato, they've been ordered to find clues as to why Nerve's second branch, which is in America, I believe, has disappeared, but they only have the satellite surveillance to study, unfortunately. And Misato just gets called over with the Ava kids, and this is what happens. That's pretty wild. Pretty wild. From what Shigeru sees, the entire research facility, including Ava 04, and everything within a 49-kilometer radius has disappeared. And based on the timetable they'd got, he thinks it happened when the experiment with the restored S2 engine was being done. And so, possibilities about that being the cause, from, like, it could be from a planning mistake, faulty materials, or sabotage, who knows. But Makoto says the problem is that it wasn't an explosion, everything just disappeared. That's what they get for toying with stuff they don't understand, says Ritsuko. And Misato sighs and says that the S2 engine they worked so hard to fix up is now gone. So much for that dream of having one of them. And she asks about Ava Unit 3, and Ritsuko says it's been sent over from the first branch out of fear they disappear as well. And Misato's, there she has number 3. Dummy, and she says they're the ones who insisted on the rights to build 3 and 4 anyway. And Ritsuko says that anyone would get cold feet after an incident like this. Misato asks if Ritsuko's planning on using a dummy system to test boot Ava 03, if that's why Ray's been summoned back. And Ritsuko says it will all be decided once she's spoken to the commander. And she goes to this big weird brain thing. And so she's going to talk to the guy, and this is the dummy plug system. She mentions the dummy plug. And she explains what it is. It has a personal. It has an artificial copy, a digital copy of Ray's personality, but since you can't digitize a soul, it's just a fake. It's a machine made to emulate a person. That's wild. And again, though, says that's fine. He only cares if it can fool an Ava into thinking a person is bored and syncing with it. He tells Ritsuko to install the data into the 01 and 02 as well. And she says there's still some bugs to work out, though. And he says it's no problem as long as the Avas move. And then he mentions again that the Federation is taking care of bringing Unit 3 over, and it should arrive by the weekend. And then he'll leave Ritsuko to handle the rest. And the rest is its tune-up, boot test, and Ritsuko will execute in Matsuhiro. And it'd be too dangerous to do all that with the dummy plug, so a 4th pilot is necessary. Ritsuko already has someone in mind. The 4th people. So with that, Ray's just standing here naked, don't worry about it. But again, they tells Ray to step out of the tube at the base of the dummy plug system's big brain thing, and invites her to come have something to eat. And she says yes. And Ritsuko is like, I don't know about this. I don't like this, this is a bit weird, isn't it? And then Ritsuko has just told Misato what's going to happen, and she's surprised they ID'd the 4th child, but in truth, it was a recent discovery. Misato hasn't heard anything from the Marduk Institute, though, which is who determines the Marduk. Who determines the normal, like, they identify the children. The paperwork will arrive tomorrow. And she's like, Ritsuko, you hiding stuff from me again? And she's like, no, perish the thought, perish the thought. And she's like, fine, who's the chosen child? And Ritsuko opens a video, and she shows it. There you go. And Misato recognises it. She says, that's one of Shinji's friends. And Ritsuko says, this is to be expected, considering they've gathered potential candidates into that class. So it would make sense that it would be a member of it. And it's going to be tough for Misato's like, oh man, but now I've got to tell Shinji this. Oh. And Misato says that Asuka's no problem, because piloting an Eva is a matter of pride for her, and Rei is a wholly unique case. But Shinji is neither. He doesn't do it because he wants to, or because he's made for it. And he knows better than anyone the difficulties of piloting an Eva. And Misato had hoped to spare him any further hardships, such as, oh yeah, by the way, one of your mates is in it as well now. But Ritsuko says the point is they need this child, and it's necessary for everyone to survive. And Misato says, is that your way of telling me to quit it with the platitudes? And Ritsuko doesn't answer, because that Shinji and friends will be kept here until the test is complete. Just completely ignores that. Meanwhile, Terra, the other Evangelion, the other nerve, is Soichi. He comes in, and he's looking for Ayato, and LV tells him there's no one here but her. Has he checked Ayato's room? And he's usually in there painting. And Soichi says that he did check, and no, he wasn't in there. Maybe he's at Rikudo's place? But Elvi's glad she has a chance to speak with Soichi alone, and ask if it's possible to get Ayato off of Magnate 10. And she says he's not really a soldier. And then the guy says, but most of Magnate 10 aren't. And Elvi says, yeah, but we don't need to rely on the Razefon anymore, now that the Vermilion is here. And her mech can even break through Tokyo Jupiter's barrier. Elvi, you're not the main character, so quit it. But Soichi gets grumpy and tells her that Terra has no need for something like the Vermilion. And Elvi obviously is like, what the fuck you say? And he says that Terra is not a military organisation. And she tells him that he's an idiot. Nandato? And she says, that's ridiculous, because you go by the title of Major, which is military rank. And so she says, regardless, Terra's mission is purely of self-defense, and that's the problem with the Vermilion. It's clearly a weapon built for aggressive purposes. And Elvi says, hey, quit it, take a look out the window. What the Earth needs right now is a weapon, some overpowering force, some crushing might to destroy our enemies. And Soichi says, well, actually what Earth needs is the strength to protect its people. But in that case, Elvi says, what was Operation Overlord? Was that not an attack? And Soichi says that the Federation was behind that, not Terra. And Elvi says, yeah, but it was Terra who first drafted the thing. And so Soichi says he spoke against the plan going through, but Elvi doesn't really care, she's too mad. And he says he might as well have given his implied consent to the operation because of the lives of her team. And that makes him a damn hypocrite. And then Soichi says, okay, well you keep yelling about your comrade's death, but what about the missiles you shot at Tokyo Jupiter? Even think about the number of people that died to those? And she says, people? They were millions! Goddamn millions! And then she says, well, what's the difference between a million and people on this side? And he says, well, the difference obvious. And then Soichi lets his anger get the better of him. He says, and so is there a difference between you and Ayato then? And she's and then he's like, yeah, no, I mean, no. And then she gets back in his face after faltering for a minute. And she says, hey, have Ayato's move phase results come in? Is he a million? Did they call him back here to check up on that? And she demands answers. And Soichi just says, just forget we ever had this talk. And then Man of the Hour himself walks in, and he says he's heard everything. So he runs off. Soichi runs after him with the pitter-patter of tiny feet. And Elvi's like, oh dang, he's a goddamn million. Oh. piss! And so she finds Ayato, and Ayato says, "Is it true what you're talking about? What does that make me?" And so she says, "Hey dude, you're still you. Even if you're a Mulian, you're still you. And only a handful of people in Terra know that you're a Mulian, so don't worry about it." And Ayato says that everybody must have been laughing behind his back, that he's the Mulian, not a human. Put the freak to use and see if he can control the Razephon, right? And so she just sighs and calls himself pathetic. And he says he can't even muster the strength to slap some sense into Ayato. And Ayato just is like, "No, it's fine, I'm a Mulian after all." And so she says, "That's not the problem. Ayato, you're still you, you're still Ayato." And he's like, "No, I don't care." But after a few moments of standing in silence, so she tries it again. He says, "All people are linked to one another," and that applies to the two of these idiots. And Ayato has as much right to be, and to be himself, as Sushi does. And he wants Ayato to remember that he still considers him a comrade, whether he's Mulian or human or whatever. And with that, he walks off. And then Haruka comes over and she catches Ayato staring off into the sea, and he mostly ignores her and doesn't answer when she says, "Can you bring yourself to trust me?" And he's just like, And he just starts musing about the vastness of the ocean and its waves always coming and going and continuing to do so even after he's dead and gone. And he asks her if she knew, and she said that she did indeed know. And Ayato says that so, and she said the same thing. Yeah, she said that she knew, but Ayato's still Ayato, he's still himself. And she's like, "Yeah, that's what that guy says." And she's, "Well, it's the truth, it makes no difference whether you're a Mu or a human." So Ayato changes the subject back to the ocean, and Haruka's like, "No way, dude, I'm not done talking to you yet." And she says, "Why can't things just continue as they have done?" And he's like, "Quit it." And says, haven't we been doing pretty well together all this time?" He tells her to stop. He says, "The only thing that's been going well is their deception." It's like, "Alright, dude, calm down." And there we get the voice line of him saying, "You brought me out of Tokyo with the promise to tell me the truth, and all you did was keep that hidden from me. And if this is how things were going to turn out, it would have been better off just staying in Tokyo." Ayato. And he says, You're a damn liar." And then he runs off. And then Haruka's like, "Damn." It's like, damn, he's so harsh. So rude. What a rude boy. So Ayato goes back to Rikudo's house. Surprised to see that Kwon's there too. And she calls him the Orion. No, the Oriso? Is it? It's the Oriso or whatever? Oriso? Yeah, Oriso. He's like, "What the hell's Kwon doing here?" And Rikudo doesn't explain why she's there, but he says that she's leaving. He says that he's leaving to go see an old friend. And Ayato's got to lock up the place if he also leaves, because he's going to be the only one here. So, see ya. And off he goes. This sweet old guy, just gone. And so Kwon smiles at Ayato. And he's like, "What the hell are you smiling about?" And she says it's because she found him. And then Ayato's like, "Damn, you laughing because you know I'm a Mulian? Got the damn blue blood?" And then Kwon says, "Well, I'm a Mulian as well." Well, actually, she says, he's like, "What?" And he says, "My blood is also like that." He's like, "What the heck? You got the, what the, huh? Huh?" And he says, "Why does Itsuki treat you like his little sister? And everyone treats you like a regular human being person?" Yeah, but she's not really listening though, and she mumbles that she's being called to Tokyo. And she wants Ayato to take her there. Yeah, she's like, Tokyo's calling. Take me. Fucking why does everyone treat you like a normal person if you're an alien? There's all these people saying they're going to treat me like a normal person. What's that about? I don't know, maybe because they're not bad. And he says that's impossible because of the barrier. And he says if he could traverse it to the outside, and she says, but if you could make it out, then why can't you make it back in? And Ayato was like, oh, I mean, I guess that's right. And then, with a little, I guess the barrier may just be inside me all along. But he does want to go back to Tokyo and see it again. Yeah, he's like, I want to see Tokyo again. And, yeah, he wants to see his true self, who he really is. And then Kwon says that he might not find the answers, but he says that's fine by him. Fine by me. Yeah, he's like, I want people to be rude and horrible to me because I'm different. But everyone keeps treating different people really nicely. I mean, Duke Fleet is an alien. Everyone's nice to him. Fuck. I mean, Kazuya's girlfriend's an alien princess. Oh, fuck it. Why is everyone so nice? And then, you're going already? And Kwon says, I'm being called. I see. And then Haga, Itsuki, what's going on? You'll let him go, won't you? Thank you, brother. And then, but Ayato, why? Oh man, that's like, sorry. Don't apologize to me. God, man, sorry. It's what you want, right? Uh-huh. To see and ascertain it with your own 2 eyes. Ayato. I know what I'll find on the other side, but I'll accept it, and then decide whether to live as a Mu or come back as a human. And then, Haruka says, you have to come back to us, not as a human or as a Mu, but as yourself. And he says, you really are different from Soichi. Is you still going? Sorry. Fine, I trust you. I might turn traitor. And I'd still trust you. Is there a problem with that? Itsuki? What is it? I promise I'll watch over your sister, so please, take care of Haruka. Look after my sister. Oh, yeah, Orin. I don't know when I was getting the extra thing there. Yeah, let's go, Orin. Arigato. Thanks. Here I go. And then I'll see you later. So the rides there. Hey, look, got 2 little boats hanging out. Nice boats. And then here's Ishiki. What's going on? It's the Ra Zephon, launched from the shrine. Impossible! No such orders were given. And then check the brainwaves of the pilot, quickly. We've a match. It's Sayato. Wait, there's someone else in there. What? Is that Kwon? And then Helena. Kwon? Why? What are you going to do, Commander? And then Soichi. What would you do? I believe we should follow emergency procedure B3. Wise decision. I'm asking you, Commander. And let's go, Kwon. Yes. And where the Ra Zephon goes. Ra Zephon's fled the area. Switch to B3 status immediately. Is that right with you, Commander? And then Helena. As representative of the Foundation, I request urgent measures be made to solve the situation. Send the Vermilion in pursuit right away, please. Commander. As of right now, the Vermilion and Magnate 10 are the only ones capable of immobilizing the Ra Zephon. And then they are not a means with which to strike at. They are not a means with which to strike at our own. One of our own? Seems you haven't yet grasped what just happened. The Mulian, Ayato Kamina, has just committed high treason. I presume you've no objections to that, right, Commander? And then, you alright with this, Shiro? You let him go without telling him anything. No, I don't know. He's already a grown man. But I, at the very least, have no right to tell him about that. I love it when people just speak. Flap their mouths. So here's Bright, who's like, wow, so that guy just left, huh? But Ishiki tells him up and tells him that we have to launch and capture the Ra Zephon on Kwon. And Bright is not particularly into that. However, he wants to know why Ishiki is giving the orders. And he says that he's been given special authority under these circumstances. And everyone definitely believes him. Bright tells him the Magnate 10 are not under Terra's control unless he doesn't like, he can't comply with that request. He doesn't follow. He take his orders from that man. And Ishiki says that he's already taken the matter up with the Federation and orders should arrive shortly. Or is it the case that Bright cannot strike at an enemy? And then Bright says, enemy? I hadn't heard anything of the sort. What proof is there? That Ayato is the enemy, and Ishiki's like, oh yes. Seems that you aren't kept up to date. And then Megumi's like, oh no shit. And then Ishiki tells everybody that Ayato is a Mulian, and that he's an enemy of all humanity. And our crew are like, damn, what the heck? That dude, that dude, what the heck? That dude's not a person? Whoa, huh? And Ishiki says that the blood work results came back positive for Mufei's, and it's only a matter of time before his blood turns from red to blue. And Vega's like, that's... It's like a damn Mulian. And yeah, she says, why does any of that matter? And Kyoshiro says, Mulian or human, he's still our comrade. And Ishiki says that an alien like her shouldn't really speak on such matters like this. It's like, you fucking asshole. And, but it's Kazuya that tells Ishiki to back off, because Aito's race, whatever it is, isn't a problem for us. And Ishiki says, so says Kazuya Ryuzaki, a toady of the Barmians. And Kazuya's like, yeah, you come over here and say it to my face, nerd. And Kirishira's like, oh, calm down, Kazuya, calm down. Like, what, dude? He's like, this guy's just like Miwa. Arguing with him's a waste of time. He's a stupid dipshit. But Ishiki's not done, and he proclaims his amazement that we'll treat Ayato as anyone else, as if we're equals. And Kane calls out the White Snake, the Shirohemi, and he says, was that a jab at Rom and the others? And he says, you can take it however you like. And he says that our squad is quite the home for beings of dubious origins. We have the spawn of alien-human miscegenations, humans born via genetic manipulation, cyborgs, androids. And so I was like, what the? And like Brunom says that his little note, probably wondering if he can mayo a single dude. But Ishiki says that he's impressed by our curious tastes in comrades. He says, sorry, by the vastness of your hearts. Rather than, he's like, oh yeah, you're all bad judges as a character. Oh no, sorry, you're really good, you're really friendly. That's right, you're really friendly. So, Bright tells him to just shut up and says, yes, we acknowledge your request. And I was like, what, Bright, what the? And he's like, good, nice to see that, you come to your senses. And he says that Aito's life isn't a matter of concern if he resists capture. Our priority is just to recover the Ra Zephon and Quan. And Megumi doesn't really appreciate that, she thinks this dude sucks. And Ishiki says again that Aito isn't human, so they can skip all that court-martial and human rights stuff, because he's not a human, you know. And then he tells Bright to do as he's told, and then hangs up. And then Vega's like, Bright, are you serious about this? He makes a face, and then Amuro is like, oh, I get it! I get it! And Megumi's like, what? And then Bright says, we'll go in and tackle this in whatever way we think is best. First order of business, go after Ayato and make sense of what's going on. We owe him that much for all the times he's fought at our side. And Vega's like, but that might get you in trouble, Bright. He's like, I'm not worried. Take responsibility for stunts like this is what he does best. Now, off we go. So it's like, wait, Bright, what do you get, like, court-martialed for this? It's like, no! I'm always getting blamed for stupid shit. Who gives a fuck? But here we go. Our people are catching up to the Ra Zephon while everybody's scrambling to get in their units. And Haruka comes up to Elvi and she says that she has a favour to ask of her. This is chapter 36. Hemisphere. Wild. Wild. And so here's Ayato. What am I doing? I know there'll be no way to come back from this, but if we're not humans, then... And Quan says, we are humans. Huh? We're humans. Quan. And then, Lala? Does the Ra Zephon actually belong to you? No, mine is different. Well then, keep flying this way. Okay. get the song. Then a D1 aria. Bonk. A Dolem. Is it inviting us in? They welcome us. And then our boys show up. They're all here. Captain, there are Zephons in sight. Deploy all troops immediately. So we launch our boys. And so, I mean, Blue Jet, absolutely. Dendo, full armor Dendo. Dragonars, Zeta, double Zeta, Nu. Okay, maybe we won't bring those boys because we got a lot of boys we want to bring. The God Gundam, Mazinger, Great, Geta, Grandizer, Zioraima. Oh man, you know what? Maybe we don't get to bring Blue Jet. Okay, no, okay, we do, because we just won't bring Hugo and Aqua. We just won't bring the main characters. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Now let's bring the horse. So Domon can run around a lot. And then, all troops deployed, Captain. Understood. All units remain on standby. Standby? Is that the best course of action here? It is, Lieutenant Hadiat. We're assigning you the task of contacting Ayato. Yes, sir. And then, Akira. Ayato, you trying to go inside Tokyo Jupiter? And then, the Divine Birdman. It's come to see us off. The Raideen? Seeing us off? And then, no reaction from the Raideen. Is it because it already knows what the Razephon's going to do? And then, Zeta to D1 right in front of Razephon. Well, Boss isn't the main character. That's the point. And then, it's the same one as before. And then, is that Dolem going to attack Ayato? No, I think it's... Ayato, you hear me? LV, return to base at once. This is not a warning, it's an ultimatum. Ultimatum? What are you going to do if I don't obey? I'll shoot. You actually serious, LV? And then, it distorts all into tune. I don't like it. Come on back, Ayato. And then, Haruka inside the Vermilion. Ayato, don't come back! Haruka? Haruka, what the hell are you doing? Sis, why are you aboard the Vermilion? If you come back now, you'll... Stop, Haruka. If you don't, you won't get off with just a disciplinary action. But I know that someday... I want to know the truth. About me, my mother, Tokyo Jupiter. That's all I'm doing. And what would knowing all that help you now? And then Masato, I know how he feels. What? I spent so much of my life without knowing who I really was. And I think me finding the truth was a good thing. Well, now, at least. So, you're telling me to just let him go? If he gets to the other side... And then a bunch of Dolems. Dolems? And Saisashi. Not good. Razephon's a sitting duck. And then Purutu. No, they're here to escort him. Just as I thought. Huh? They're here to bring Ayato into Tokyo Jupiter then? Right, they wouldn't have shown up here if they weren't. And then Tap. We've got to do something about it then. This will go south big time, right? That's right. If Ayato heads inside, we won't be able to follow. Don't worry, he'll come back to us. I'm sure of it. And then Mari. He will. Really? I think so too, Mari. Akira. you have any shred of proof to back that up? Before, Ayato came back with Shinji, so I trust him. Now let go with all units. Intercept and bring down those dolos. Are we to let Ayato go, Captain? That's right. Seems to me it's not us who need to ascertain the truth. And then Quattro. It's still too soon to know what lies inside Pandora's box, hmm? Very well. They've started fighting. What am I supposed to do? Let's go, Olin. But they might... They'll be fine. So, let's go. How's everyone fly away? Is that your answer, Ayato? Ayato! Rory. All units. We'll halt our pursuit with the Raz F1. Move to engage enemy forces. And now we just gotta blow up all the guys. A much easier and straightforward mission after the last ones. Involving getting dudes into eggs and shit. Getting them in the trap from hell. Domon. Get in your horse, Domon. And let's see if we can Final Dynamic Special. This dude has to be in not UFO form to do it, but that's fine. Let's get our hooting and hollering on. Big boy run right away. Couldn't we? Go, horsey boy. Back a kick. But yeah, Gurren Lagann and Gaius being in the new one makes sense because it's the 10th anniversary for both of them. Don't do that, just kick him. The Gurren Lagann just being like post-time skip Gurren Lagann is a bit when Buddy Complex is in. Like there's multiple series with dimension and time traveling in, and then they're just like, we can't figure out how to get young boy into old boy. And Code Geass looks to be just part 2, which is weird, but sure. But no Double O, no Seed. Gonna send your butt to hell. Which side to get dunked on by Shu? Neither of them. No side's gonna get dunked on by Shu. If someone does get dunked on by Shu, I'll fucking die. Either nobody gets dunked on by Shu or everyone gets dunked on by Shu. They've said it was only Misaki. It was only Misaki, and he's not OG Misaki, he's not Alpha Misaki, he's just Misaki showing up in the thing. He's unrelated to anything else. He's just going to be what Lottie and Velt were in V. They're just going to show up and be there, and that's it. It's just him and his cats. That's it. That is what they said. So they could, I mean, they could be lying. It's not the first time Terada's lied, but. Yeah, like she was looking at messages and going, well, yeah, it's obvious that he was gonna. That boy doesn't know what any of the buttons do. You think that he would have known that that was gonna happen? Only a super genius like me can know. And I did know. I just didn't tell anybody because I'm cool. Uriwengi. But Dunbine being back is rad. I'm actually surprised by how few series are returning. Yeah, how few series are returning from V. I thought they'd reuse a lot more. Are the new series any good? Body Complex is alright. Like, it's not bad. It's like, the main review of Body Complex is, I heard this was a mecha show, so I gave it a watch and it was alright. I watched all of it and was like, yeah, it's pretty good. Wataru is really good. Wataru is really good. It's about a boy who gets summoned to another, like the very first episode is a boy gets summoned by a dragon to another world and then becomes an RPG character. Like, they talk about experience levels and dungeon runs and boss fights. And it's pretty much just Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior. God damn Dragon Quest. But yeah, it's basically Dragon Quest and these jokers. And then he has a friend who looks like a samurai and a lady friend who looks like a ninja. And his robot is a little clay statue. And his other friends are robots in there, and it's super goofy. It's super goofy and it's super good. It's like the most popular anime in China. Like, of all time. Like, it's huge. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. Machine Hero Wataru, and it was released as a video game in America, which was Kevin Courage or whatever. Ken Courage? Kevin Courage? But yeah, he's summoned to another realm to defeat the Demon King. He's like, yeah, I can do that, I'm 9. I've played a video game before. Yeah, the series incorporates many elements of RPG games, including dungeon levels and quests for mystical objects. And he has to beat the boss of each level to be able to go up the pyramid. Yeah, and he transforms a clay sculpture into a small super robot. And he makes friends. Himiko Shinobibe, who's in the trailer, she's the ninja lady. And there's the samurai guy, Shibaraku Surugibe. Oh, Keith Courage. It's Keith Courage in the video game. Bam, 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 bam. The Typhoon. God/Typhoon. But it's good. It's good. Maru and Umihiko. Like, look at this picture. That's the main boy with his dragon sword, the ninja lady and the samurai friend, and then just the other weird ninja friend. The fool's looking at it exactly, right? He looks red as hell. Now, I guess I'll become a patron to Akurasu. Who else is new? It's only those guys that are new? Oh, G-Reco. G-Reco's good, too. G-Reco's good. Some people love it, some people hate it. The people who hate it are mostly wrong. No. G-Reco is a series that, if you pay attention, is really, really good. I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh, so you're saying that everybody who doesn't like it wasn't paying attention? One, yes, but two, you also have to pay like a lot of attention to it, which like isn't a point in its favour. Like for a show that demands so much of the audience, you know, maybe that's not actually good. But Super Robot Wars always like gets rid of the bits that make Tomino shows bad, so it'll be good. It'll be really good in it. And Nadia's really good too. Nadia's super good. Nadia's super good. Not really many robots. It's mostly just the Nemo, which is the big battleship. There's a couple of battleships actually, but it was like Gynex's big thing they did, and it's round the world in 80 days. Basically, it's Jules Verne. And it's about a lady who just wants to go home. Yeah, it's definitely going to be the Yamato this time. It won't be as absurdly, ridiculously powerful as the Yamato, or like as bombastic in its big moves as the Yamato. Because it doesn't have big wave motion cannon, but it's still rad, and it's got the archetypal grizzly admiral. And the development history is really good, where like I think the story is Miyazaki was gonna do it, and then he was like, nah, I can't, I've got other stuff to do. So the company went, okay, who else wants it? Two Gynax boys then bid on it, unbeknownst to each other. One of them got it, and then there was a big kerfuffle there, where they were doing stuff without telling anybody, and that's bad when you run a business. And then they went hugely over budget, and they brought in, and they had Hideaki Anno do loads of stuff, and it went hugely over budget, and it cost them loads and loads of money. Like, Gynax lost like $80 million on it, or something ridiculous. But